Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Ninja Eskimo for Operation Unthinkable, playing as Germany, turn 9. The situation is not looking great for Germany in Operation Unthinkable. However, we're going to try to make the most of it. The whiff on Paris is still haunting us, so we're going to try to fix that blunder as best we can. Moving on to our buys here, we've got 37 out of 37 planned for. Whole bunch of infantry and militia. We got one more fighter on the board. In fact, we could probably do with one less militia. We'll stick with what we got. That's fine. Moving to diplomacy and tech advancements. We have 4 operating factories still. So we're going to be keeping our our diplomat in Yugoslavia, rolling for 3 others. Rolling for Switzerland, Norway, and Sweden. I'm going to take Norway and Sweden. All right. Ports are open to us in Norway and in Sweden. That's lovely. Very lovely. This was damaged last time, which is why we're at 37 instead of 38. Let's hope to have the same amount of luck here. We have 4 operating factories, so we can roll 4 technologies. We've got the double here because of the German scientific advancements here on heavy armor. Oh, so close on the mech. But we did get artillery, we did get improved construction, and heavy armor finally went up. So that's good. We finished improved construction and advanced artillery. So that might actually change our buy with the advanced artillery. Mech missing is unfortunate, but that is a thing that happens. That's actually really nice. So, we'll come look at our buy. We've got 6 that could be spent otherwise. Total of 21. Yeah. Let's see. These are so strange. Rocket artillery. And we got $1 extra that we would be saving if that's the case. We could Split the difference kind of like that. And that's 37. Interesting. Alright. We'll buy these units and stick them here so we don't forget about them. Let's go and do some battles. So, Germany is going to be raiding. They do have LRA and anti-submarine warfare, so that presents a particular issue. We shall transit and conduct a raid here. Yeah, that seems good. And they've got a die that they'll be rolling against us. I don't believe any other German subs are available yet, or alive yet, I should say. We're going to go on escort. Oh, yeah, okay, I accidentally copied those. Here. During the movement phase, this guy can remain in port, right where he is. We're gonna send this Luftwaffe seaplane on map. Okay, the 91st is going to step into Picardy. And we will also... Sorry, this needs to happen. Ah, yes. Nationalists are going to pick up a happy boy and exit into battle. With the intention of landing this guy here in Ifni. This will be the screening force along with their Lend-Leased Air Force. Okay, so nationalists are doing that. We don't have any attacks per se from the Finns. They're just kind of sitting and getting a little bothered that they can't do much over here. Oh, so sad. They will have a recruitment later, as well as the Romanians. I guess they are a minor power though, so they will move 1, 2 with the TBD, 3 with the full destroyer. 1, 2, 3, and whatnot. I believe because this was annexed, they are not in a state of war, but they are still German-controlled Romania. So those ships are able to move either during combat or non-combat phase. I guess combat because this Soviet sub could decide. I don't know. I guess they can't be attacked, but they're going to move. Okay. So as combat moves go, that should be good. Let's go with the nationalist Spanish forces, because that's interesting right now. Let's see. We have a heavy cruiser, 2 fighters, and a tactical bomber. So let's have the bomber, the fighters, and the heavy cruiser. 7, 6, and 4s versus a 4 and a 6 for the Republicans. Uh, 7 and the 6 both hit for the nationalist. So the Spanish heavy cruiser and destroyer, the Republicans, are gone. However, they replied with 1 hit from the heavy cruiser on that side. So a question of lose a plane or lose. I will simply lose the heavy cruiser, I think. So the ships shot each other, and there was some sadness. But they have won their battle and are likely just going to return to Spanish Morocco. Meaning that this landing takes place unopposed. I'm gonna grab this. So that's great for the nationalists. Let's look at yeah, there's nothing that they can do about Picardy, so nothing is being done about Picardy. As far as combats, oh, this. Here we go. We still had that for Germany. Let's see if they shoot it. They don't shoot it. They get a 1 becomes a 3 versus a 4. Yeah, 4 here. So 1 damage. That is to the main British money. Non-combat moves. I believe we're going to be moving out. You know what? We might just sit with the 86th. Because we've got more artillery coming in and more infantry. Infantry is probably going to be popping up there. These guys. And then move 1 there. These can just join the 86th. '18th can move to Berlin. Yeah, because we added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, so the fighter can join in with the other fighters. We can rail this guy in to the 86th, join his brothers in arms. I think that finishes it off. Oh, this thing is also supposed to raid. My bad. Let's see what it raids. 7 for 4, so we get the full 2 that's on this line. It says FEC. This should be ANZAC. IPP. Alright. Yeah, as combats and non-combats go, that's that. Well, if we're producing 1, 2 infantry and moving a third infantry in there, we can actually move part of the 86th out. If we keep these back, we produced and we moved 1, so produced 2 and moved 1. We can actually move the 86th forward then. Yeah, so you've got more troops moving forward, and that's alright. We can leave the 18th there, but just move the 2 fighters into Berlin to join the 1 fighter who's been produced there. Yeah. That looks good. That should be Germany. Turn 9. Looking... there was a question about how the US was up at 30 versus 25 when the counting had it at 17, so we moved it back to 17 as per Madman Dan's request. I don't know what that puts him at for his money total, so we can make that question. Alright, so he can look at that. It's kind of nice to have some completed text. Oh, improved factories is complete, as well as improved construction. So that means we can actually produce the other infantry over here. And he need not be in Berlin, per se. That's interesting. Okay. So if we produce the 3, we produce the 3 and 3, and the one guy from here moves over. We can actually say that the mountain moved over there with the rest of them. And if we want to be particular, we produced 3, we had this guy move, and these guys. And these guys. We're able to march. That works. This seems to be filling up rather much, so don't really understand what all of this is scripting like. But that should be turn 9 for Germany. We'll be picking up a total of 28 plus 3 is 31. Looking for, oh, and 31 plus the 1 for Yugoslavia would be 32, plus anticipated 5 for Molotov-Ribbentrop would bring us back to 37, but we're going to only pick up the 2 for now, because that happens at the end of the round. Now, one thing before I forget is we have the recruitment dice. We need to roll. That's a 1, that's an 8, is a miss. All the Finns recruit successfully. It's just bodies, I think, that they want. So they'll recruit 2 militia. They fail their recruit, but they do not fail their recruit. Speaking of bodies, we'll recruit 2 in Madrid. That should be it for turn 9. Thank you. Catch you in a bit.